Welcome to the Having It All podcast, the show about what it takes to live an abundant, loving life. My name is Matthew Bivens, and each week I'm helping you get out of your head so that you can truly have it all. Let's do it.
I was going through my Instagram account today, and I came across a couple of before and after photos of people who had lost massive amounts of weight. I'm talking about people who have lost 50, 60, 70, 100 plus pounds. And what I thought was so cool about these pictures is, obviously that type of shift in your body is incredible. And, it's the result of putting in some massive reps. It's a result of going all in on what you're doing. Having a goal, being willing to do what it takes, putting in the work, putting in the energy, and making it happen. And that sort of thing, we see a lot of those, at least I do. I know when I'm on social media, I see tons of those before and after pictures. I hear lots of testimonials about people who've shed incredible amounts of weight, who have made these incredible physical transformations with their lives. And so sometimes I think, admittedly for myself, I can kind of gloss over them because, I end up seeing a decent amount of them. I follow a number of fitness people on Instagram, so I think that might be why I see a lot of those things. But what I also noticed in these before and after photos, it was just in the eyes and the smile of those folks in those after pictures. 6 months after they had lost 30 pounds or a year and a half after they had lost 100 pounds, you could just see in their faces the elation that they had. Just the pure joy and happiness that they had for what they had achieved. And when I see that, I see a person who is just so fired up because they know that they put in a crap ton of reps. They know that they had to make major decisions, major shifts, not just in their physical fitness, but in their overall lifestyle to accomplish that sort of goal. And so, I'm a person who I absolutely appreciate those physical transformations. I personally have never been in a situation where I wanted to lose 100 pounds. You know what I mean? So I can't necessarily relate to that. However, I can absolutely relate to wanting to make significant shifts in your life towards health. And for me, a lot of those shifts have been in my relationships, my relationship to myself, my relationship to other people, my relationship to life. I have wanted to make shifts in those areas, and I have wanted to make shifts in some of the paradigms that I had, some of the lenses through which I viewed the world, because I realized that those lenses were not creating peace and joy in my life. But now here's the kicker, and here's the thing that really got me when I'm looking at those folks. In order to make that 100-pound shift, I'll say it again, you have to put in some massive, massive effort. You have to go all in. You have to change up so many, if not most, if not all, of the aspects of your life. From your morning routines, to your eating regimen, to the people you hang out with, the circles you roll with, to the resources, the content that you input into your lives and TV and magazines and media and social media. You have to shift all of that stuff. Because losing 100 pounds is not simple. But then when I think about myself and I think about some of the big things I've wanted to accomplish and shift in my life, I ask myself, have I gone all in? Have I gone all in? In some cases, I can say, yeah, for a period of time, I've gone all in. But in other areas, I say, no, I haven't gone all in. But I've had these expectations of losing the 100 pounds of emotional weight. Yet the reality and what I've put in may not be 100 pounds worth of effort. And so that's what I wanted to just leave you all with today. If you have some expectations about making massive shifts in your life, maybe you're a person who has experienced tremendous amounts of jealousy when it comes to relationships, possessiveness, dependency, codependency. Maybe you've experienced that for years. Me in my 30s, I've had 15 some odd years of relationships, and if most of those relationships were emotionally dependent ones, emotionally attached ones, and now I'm wanting to make a shift all of a sudden, that's 15 years of coding. That's 15 years of programming. Like the person who wants to set out to lose 100 pounds, they probably spent 5, 10, 15, 20 years putting on that 100 pounds. So in order for them to lose that weight and shed it, they went all in. Now their goal was to shed all that weight in a short period of time. But I know for myself, I've had expectations of being able to make massive shifts in my life in a short period of time. I know for myself that I've had expectations of being able to create new healthy habits and have them stick in a short period of time. For example, journaling. I've wanted to create a journaling habit for a long time because in the short spurts when I have journaled, it's been great. It's been cathartic. I loved it. But for whatever reason, I just haven't been able to make that habit stick. Yet I continue to judge myself around that at times. I'll certainly judge myself around it. But I haven't gone all in. And so that's the thing. That's the thing that just came to me. It's like we hold these massive expectations for ourselves. We might see other people and compare ourselves to them and say, boy, if only I could be like that person. If only I could be more compassionate. If only I could be more loving. If only whatever. If only I could stick to a habit and actually journal every night when I say I would. We hold these high expectations, but then when it comes down to putting in the reps, we may or may not go all in. So I say this so that you could have a little bit of reflection, self-reflection. Where in your life do you have expectations of all-in type of results without all-in type of effort? And my question, once you actually do that reflection and you identify those areas, is to look at, what do you truly want? What do you truly want to experience? Are you looking to experience a 100-pound shedding of emotional baggage? Is that truly what you want to experience? If it is, awesome. Ask yourself if you're willing to make the commitment to go all in on that. If not, maybe you need to release that. Maybe you need to create a different expectation. I'm not saying lower the bar for yourself, but I'm saying be honest with yourself. Be absolutely honest. Ask yourself why. Why do I want that? There's an exercise, I forgot where I heard it from, but it's this idea of going in with the 5 whys. Ask yourself why. Once you have your answer, ask yourself again, okay, well, why? Once you answer that again, you say, okay, well, why? Do that 5 times with some of the things that you say you want to shift in your life. It'd be an interesting experiment to see what comes out the other end. But again, this whole thing is about looking at the energy and the effort you're putting in to create the life experience you say that you want to create. Does it match up? Are you putting in that effort to shed that 100 pounds of emotional baggage? To shift those years and years of programming and coding? To create new, powerful, healthy habits within your life? Are you putting in the proper amount of energy and effort and work at times that is needed to have those sorts of outcomes? Because the people in those transformation photos obviously did. And that's why they've got such big smiles. That's why their eyes are sparkling. Because they're like, you know what? Back in 2015, I was 100 plus pounds overweight. And look at me now. You can see my abs. They're like, I freaking did it. I freaking did it. That's why you see them and you're just like, man, that's dope. And it's possible for all of us. It is absolutely possible for all of us. And all of us are willing on some levels to go in, to go all in. You're willing because I know right now you're entertaining the idea. You're thinking about that area in your life where you're like, I just haven't gone all in. But you're entertaining it. And you're experiencing some resistance. You're experiencing some pushback. You're experiencing some fear. What does it mean for me to go all in? What are the consequences? What do I have to let go of in order to go all in? Oh, wow, I might have to let go of some of the eating habits that I talk about. I might have to let go of, some of the people that I hang around. I might have to let go of some of my intimate partners in order to create that life experience that you say you want. Because the person who shed 100 pounds absolutely had to let go of a few things. So I'm bringing up those transformation examples, not as a comparison, not so that you can compare yourself to that person and shame yourself and guilt yourself because you aren't doing what they're doing, but simply to shine a little bit of light on what is required to create those types of results. We're here to experience abundance and love. That's why I'm here. That's what is happening in this chapter of my life. I want to experience abundance. I want to experience love in faith, family, friends, fitness, finance, and fun. So at times, I need to do a little bit of an audit. I need to do a bit of self-reflection to see, how am I showing up in my faith? How am I showing up with my family? Oh, wow, there's opportunity there. Okay, so am I saying I want to have these massive results? If I am I putting in that type of energy? Am I putting in that type of intention? Am I making those types of commitments, and am I following through? If not, of course I'm not going to be experiencing what I want to. If my walk doesn't match my talk, of course I'm not going to have the end result. I'm just going to be left feeling frustrated, disappointed, judgmental towards myself. And that sort of energy will stagnate your progress every single time, without fail. So, take a minute, think for yourself. Where are you creating those expectations? Where are your expectations not matching your effort? And then decide for yourself if you're going to make, what type of commitment you're going to make. Okay, I'm going to commit to shift those expectations, or I'm going to commit to shift that effort. I know all of you have the latter in you. All of you have the ability to shift your effort. You get clear on why you're going to do it. You go through that exercise, get clear on your why. You'll find that what you need to be able to shift that effort. It's just a question of, do you want it? What do you want to experience? So that's what I got for you today. That's what came to me. I feel fired up because, these messages that these downloads that I get on these episodes, it's really, it comes through me and I share it with you, but these messages are as much for me as they are for you. So now I get to go and put my own words into practice. What's that phrase? I get to eat my own dog food and go and see, all right, where are my expectations not matching my energy? And make some shifts, to experience that abundant, loving life. Because again, that's what I'm playing for. So share with me your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think about this episode. If you have some expectations that aren't matching up with your intentions and you want to share them, or if you're somebody who's made some incredible transformations and you just want to, share it with somebody, I'd love to hear it. Inspire me, give me feedback, say what's up, whatever. My email address, mattcbivens@gmail.com. Oh, I wanted to give a shout out. I said I would do this in my last episode. So I want to send some vibage over to Laura. Laura, thank you so much for your email. It was awesome. And, we're now in an email correspondence, and I really appreciate that. So thank you for reaching out, Laura. And again, if anybody else wants to reach out, mattcbivens@gmail.com. That's it. That's all I got for today. My name is Matthew Bivens. Here is to you having it all.